All right, this is Derek with 100 Interviews. We are here with the lovely and talented Nicole Jordan. How you doing, Nicole?
I'm good. I'm great.
You had a good time last night?
I did. I said that it was kind of, felt sort of like, you know, everybody's saying this is like tech on spring break, which I totally agree. And last night it felt like when you were in high school and you were chasing house parties, going from one to the other. It's a little bit how
Trying
it
to keep
felt.
up.
Trying to keep up.
But now at least we have Twitter, so you at least know where they're going.
What do we do before Twitter is what I want to know.
I don't know.
I mean, I think my batteries has to be recharged, not for phone calls, but just for Twitter usage.
And if you're on Foursquare, you're even one step ahead.
Yes, Foursquare. I know, the new shiny toy at
Yes.
South by.
I'm geeking out on it now, and I love it. So,
yeah.
So what have you been up to?
In general, or this
just
trip,
in general.
or working, traveling. I've been looking forward to this show for 2 months. You know, it's a chance to come and see all these great people. The thing that I love about Twitter, I love the internet. Every day I say I love the internet because the information it provides, the people it connects you with. I mean, look, we met through Twitter. There's people I've been talking to on Twitter. I've formed online relationships with that I've met here for the first time, or people who've read my blog or different things, or I've read their blog or I follow them. And so to put a face to the name, and you kind of already have this level of familiarity and sort of like the ice is broken.
Right, the
know?
relationship's already kind of formalized before you even get into the relationship.
So, I mean, and that's really an incredible thing, I think, when it comes to human relationships, to be able to skip kind of that step and be able to not say, hi, what's your name, what do you do, but be able to just
Get down to the dirty.
Get down to the dirty details, refer back to it. I mean, look, we met, and it was instant friends, good times, talking, comfort. It wasn't, what do you do? Let's trade cards.
We already knew we had the PR background.
We did. You know, we can get our Google on and see what's going on with each other.
I love that. So you seen anything good here at South by so far?
You know, the hallway. There's a lot of hallway networking going on.
Yeah, hang out in the Blogger Lounge and you'll meet everybody.
Yeah, the Blogger Lounge is definitely where it's at. But actually, the panel I attended in this room just before I came to meet you was on personalization and privacy, which is of great interest to my company because we're in internet advertising technology.
You want to pitch your company a little bit?
No, we don't have to. I mean, everybody can see Rubicon. Google, Rubicon, it's great. But it's a technology company for internet advertising, and since privacy and personalization it's becoming the big topic as data it becomes more relevant, as there's more companies innovating around data, how to collect it, how to slice it. That was part of the keynote yesterday with Stephen Baker, who wrote The Numerati, which is an amazing book. I recommend everybody read it. So there's a lot of talk here about social networking, and one person the moderator said, you know, do we mind? Because we're at this age, this internet age and information age, where we meet each other, where we say, hi, do you want to be friends? And he said, we literally just open it and show everybody
and they get to expose everything.
Yeah, I just did the kimono, you know, and that's all it takes. You want to be my friend? Here's my friend.
Wow, I don't want to really see that much right now.
But it is interesting, and so the question came up was, are people really... are they putting together all the little dots that they're leaving all over the internet and understanding the big picture that companies are creating with that information as we leave all these little breadcrumbs?
So you're not going to be running for Congress anytime soon?
No,
okay.
No, most definitely never. Most definitely never, pretty much. So it was really interesting as far as what's happening there, especially with advocacy groups and opting in and opting out, and then we got into this discussion about, you know, advertising, and is there a return on the value if there's people tracking what you do and cooking it, and they surface something relevant to you that's an ad that you like, is that enough value in exchange for the information that you've traded? And the opinion around here was no, because I'm not making any money off of it, but the publishers are. And so I think, you know, that's kind of feeding into the overall concern with privacy, like Facebook and opting in and opting out. I mean, they're different things, but it is all part of a huge concern. It's sort of feeding
And I think
itself.
that's what's been kind of the concern, is that the Googles, the huge kind of conglomerates are going to be siphoning this data out of the system and utilizing it for their gain, but not sharing that down with the people that they're actually getting
and some can be offended. Yeah, we were talking to a guy afterwards who's from Omniture, and he said that, you know, when Google started with the Gmail, he wanted to see if contextually with reading the emails, if he'd start getting served ads based on what he was writing. So he started writing heavily about Pepsi and throwing Pepsi in all these emails, and he started getting served Pepsi ads.
Lo and behold.
Lo and behold, but I said, the thing that's interesting, and people get concerned, and they think Google is reading their email. Google is not. Google's computer, who does not know you and probably does not care.
Google's computer is not going to come to your
Yes.
house and stalk you.
It's not Hal. It's not like some person, it's not something that's going to do that. But the thing that, and Stephen Baker touches on this in Numerati, is that computers can't see the forest. There are no trees. It just, data is what it is. And they're missing the nuances. So contextually, Pepsi recognized Pepsi, or Google did, and they served it. But for all they know, he could have been saying, I hate Pepsi. Pepsi is my least favorite soda ever. I don't like their branding. If you're not drinking
Coke, you're not.
Right? And so, then Coke would want to be served. But the context around the contextual reading is probably lost. So he got served the Pepsi ad. So it's just, there's a lot of innovation that needs to happen. But there's a lot of sensitivities, and I think that a lot of companies are trying to figure out how to do it, because you don't want to alienate your consumers by any means.
So the whole reason that we came up with this 100 Interviews project was we really wanted to, for lack of a better word, we wanted to talk to some of the mover and shakers within the social media arena. And you've obviously established yourself, especially within the LA region, but I think more on a national basis. As someone that's very thought-provoking, you write a great blog, and you are really kind of embedded in this community. But I really wanted to understand how you're using social media in your everyday life with more of your friends, your close friends, and your family to stay connected.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's funny you bring up family, because one of the things they talked about in the privacy thing was people didn't want their mom seeing their party pictures. And everybody here, there was only one person out of a room of probably 70 people who was born after 1985. So, these are all older people who are adults. We're all grown adults. And we don't want our mom seeing our party pictures, on Facebook. So there's a fine line. So my family, like my cousins and stuff, I definitely keep in touch with them there. But I can't imagine not having these social media tools to keep in touch with people. The media I deal with, the industry influencers, industry friends. Twitter, my Twitter is on all the time. I'm constantly checking it. I'm in meetings because I see things that are going on in conversations that I want to observe and I want to catch because they help me. So either in my profession with PR, or maybe it's with marketing topics, or maybe it's around internet advertising and different things like that. But one of the things that I really have kind of started picking up more is PR is a big adopter of social media, and there's kind of a sort of segmenting that's happening between PR and social media. There is kind of a bridge that's connecting them, but it seems sort of like they're splintering off, and my opinion is that they really should be merged. Social media is great, but everybody in every company should understand how to use it.
Right.
And
not just to have a Twitter account and a Facebook fan page and say, we're here, but actually utilize it and get in it and start getting dirty.
Yeah, and we did, and it's understanding it as a tool. I said that I liken social media as it is now to Internet 1.0, Web 1.0, in the sense that when it first came out, nobody really kind of understood its utility. It was just kind of, again, like this thing that you could go on, and all the .coms launched. Nobody really knew how consumers were going to use it. It was like, throwing spaghetti noodles at a wall, trying to see what was going to stick. But then the crash happened, and then it evolved, right? Google and the search, and people started using it more, and now it's, you took people's internet away for a day, there would be like riots in the streets, and I would be one of them out there. So, it's the utility of it has been sort of, I think, realized, or initially realized how people can use it for business, for connections, for different things. I think social media is very similar. It's a shiny new toy. It's this new, exciting world, but I think it's going to grow to the point where it will just integrate into everything, and it's like full utility is kind of going to be a little more realized. So whether it's in the customer service department, or it's in product marketing, or product management, or business development, or even the CEO for relationships, or whatever it's going to be, it's just going to become this daily, everyday thing that we have.
Well, that's some great insight from a beautiful woman.
Thank you, Derek.
Nicole, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your South by and have fun at the Mashable Blur Party tonight.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks.